Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad LUQMAN bin Abdul Rahman. Today I'm going to present about my final year project proposal. I decided to build the mobile application of student rental housing. As you can see on the screen now, the title of my project is UPKNR Rental Housing Mobile Application with the acronym URHMA. U stand for UPKNR. As we know, Unit Pengurusan College Non-Resident. R stand for rental, H stand for housing, M stand for mobile, A stand for application. Introduction. As we know, rental house let the tenant to rent the house according to the term of landlord. In higher education, rental house is necessary to students when they know they are not living in the campus anymore in the next sem. But manual method still be the main way of UPKNR to help students in finding the rental house. Manual method is inefficient in this era because the demand for modern way has increased in higher learning environment, setting aside manual ways in any condition. The problem is redundancy of booking by using this manual way. If the student got the contact number yearly from another student, it is not yet guaranteed the house will belong to that student because there might be redundancy of a same book house because the house owner forget that the house already pre-booked. Then, by doing manual way, data is recorded on book that is easily lost. The information of student and their rent payment or their rent payment record might be lost due to nature cost and human cost. This led to problem and dissatisfaction to landlord because of lack of management and end up whether the student not paying the rent or pay more. Next, the landlord promote their property just only using flyers. This method is quite popular, but it cannot defeat the efficiency of promoting it in mobile application online that can approach students much faster as all the students using the mobile phone every day. In the rising of era of information and communication technology, which is ICT, people are getting information and connect with each other just using smartphone everywhere. The growing industry can cause a worldwide positive or negative influence on its user. Countless Android and iOS applications with an emphasis on entertainment were produced by developers such as gaming, music, social media, and other services to its mobile app users. However, just a few of these rental house mobile applications are available. They develop a smart application that can assist individuals in their daily life. Um, as, as, as example, Google Map has been successfully in assisting individuals in getting the location, or Google Map can help the user to drive around the cities. However, it is quite hassle to find the comfortable house with the suitable price, as they need to put an effort to find the rental house themselves as a student. But this project, with the use of UPKNR rental house mobile application, will help the student to find the suitable rental house with the implementation of rapid application development. Besides, this application uses the Google Map function and can easily locate the rental house around your ITM. The main goal of this application is to make it easier for students to find a place to rent and help landlords to promote their properties while UPKN act as admin of this application to manage the data. Student rental house mobile application use Android as operating system. This application can provide list of rental house with affordable price according to their preferable choice. In this project, the project methodology has 4 phases, which is involve define requirement, user design, rapid construction, and cut over. A survey question has been conducted to identify problems that's faced by UPKNR, landlords, and students. And then, the involvement of landlord as stakeholder at our project is very important to make the requirement of project can be changed in the middle so that the project can working smoothly and then in fastest period of time rather than using another method that might end up consuming more time over the uh, yearly planning time. Problem statement. There are 3 problem statements that I want to highlight here. For the non-resident student, they need to find the rental house themselves with the help of from UPKNR and that only provide the contact number of landlord for them to contact and find the house themselves. By using this manual method, there will be a problem because the rental house might be booked by other students yearly before them. Besides, the address of rental house that have been given by you pick and up might might not updated or maybe already inhabited by another student, so that the student cannot see the availability status of rental house. They can only know the status availability of rental house just only calling or chatting the landlord. This mobile application is developed to assist UPKNR in UiTM Aceh. Uh, it is very common to hear from parents and students about how hard for them to find the rental house around campus when knowing their daughters are not staying at the hostel for the next semester. This would also be a problem for a parent who are not familiar with the area and just wasting their time just to find the rental house around your ITM. It is so essential to see the condition of rental house and then find the safest place and better living environment for them. And the last one is the landlord don't have the place to promote their properties. The landlords know that advertising their rental house using flyers are not the best way to advertise in the century. But they don't have the option. They want to advertise it online, but there is no platform to advertise it. Research question. The first research question is what kind of mobile application to be built? The second one is the mobile application can increase the business's profit. The third one and the last one is what to provide in the rental house mobile application. For the research objective, there are 3 research objectives. For the first one is to build an application that will help students to find a rental house that meet their preference. The second one is to develop a rental house application that allow the landlord to advertise their property. And the last one is to provide detailed information and up-to-date status on available rental house. Project scope. There are 6 project scope that I put in this project. The first one is the student who are seeking for the rental house and can see the availability status of rental house on mobile application. Uh, Second, to eliminate the use of manual method and existing the UPKNR in providing list of rental house to the student. The third one is student can book the available house through mobile application 24 hours rather than walking around just to find the rental house. The fault is the detail that landlord have at their property, whether it have 1 room, 2 room, and 3 room, to give the various choice to the student. The fifth is the use of Google Map API to easily locate the rental house. And the last one is the landlord that want to advertise their rental house. Significance of study. The significance of study of the app benefit the most to the UPKNR, non-resident student, and the landlord through the development of UPKNR rental housing mobile application or URHMA. This application can help to eliminate the manual method to promote landlords properties that they are commonly used. Besides, it can reduce the effort of the landlord to promote through the flyers or word of mouth marketing. The application also store the information of book rental house using Firebase as a database. That can be as reference for the landlord and avoid redundant booking made by another student who want to rent there. This application can be considered as important mobile application that all students want, especially when they don't get the college privilege anymore. And because they don't need to put an effort to ask another student for rental house. It also can reduce the time of students to search for the rental house, as students we know are busy to finish their assignment. This mobile application can ease the student in finding the location of the house just using the Google Map and address shown in detailed information. Literature review. In the literature review on comparison of type of mobile application, there are three type of mobile application, which is native, hybrid, and web. As we can see now, the cost of native app to be built is higher than hybrid or web. And then hybrid, as we can see, cost less than native application, but the web costs less than native or hybrid application. For the performance, native app have the faster response rate higher than hybrid and web. For the user interface, native app, we cannot deny native app have more user-friendly than hybrid and web application. For the code maintenance, code that are used in native application cannot be used for all devices. As example, if the code developed for Android, it cannot be used. It cannot be reused for iOS platform. But hybrid, the code base can be ported to all major platforms, which means the hybrid, the code of developing hybrid mobile application can be used to Android and iOS device. The maintenance is also less due to single code structure. For the web application, the code can be used in any browser that supports it. The maintenance cost is also low as the same code base is used across platforms. We move to comparison of similar application. There are three similar applications to my application that I want to build, which is student.com, Turudia, Zido. These three mobile application is quite popular in worldwide use. Based on the comparison table, we can see the searching function are important for user to search for location more quickly. Next, move to information display. Student.com provide the name, price, address, high quality picture, bill include facilities, available date, condition of the building, and the star rating. But it is different from Trulia. Why I say it is different? It is because of the specialty of Trulia, which is Trulia provide current information of the rental house resident. So it is important for the. I think it is important for the user, especially student, to look into crime information to make sure of their safety. And then for the Zillow, uh, it is not quite a lot of different from student.com. It provides name, price, address, high quality picture, tour type of property, available date, and the condition of the building. And then we move to filter. Filtering option is also important to filter the output based on user input. All these three applications use this filtering option. And then map view. These three applications also use all the map view. The map view can give better user display and give more accurate location of rental house. That's why these three application, and I think rental house application must have map view application. And for the distance from campus or university, student.com and Trulia use this function to help their to help the student or another tenant to see the distance from university. It is especially for student. But for Zillow is available for student or non-student. That's why they don't put the distance from university. For the proposed mobile application, this project UPKNR Rental Housing Mobile Application or URHMA will have all the searching function, information display, filtering option, map view, and distance from your ATM. All the functions are considered important because it can give user the better experience when using the proposed application. Methodology. In this project, I use Rapid Application Development or well-known RAD as my methodology to successfully build this application. According to EDSIS in 2020, Rapid Application Development is an agile software development method that focuses less on sticky plan and focus more on current software project and user input. As a result, it prioritizes fast prototyping over time-consuming planning. Uh, in rapid application development, there are four phases to be followed. The first one is requirement planning, user design. The third one is construction, and the last one is cut over. Then it also facilitates testing and evaluation. Mm, Rapid application development is a technique that emphasizes numerous iteration and constant feedback in order to create app quickly. The IT sector is experiencing pressure to produce functional product faster as more competitive software market emphasize higher demand for new application, and R&D I think is becoming important or selected requirement that must developer choose to fulfill the higher demand of developing new application. Higher demand in new application make the user want the application finished in faster way. In rapidly changing environment, developers must deliver system quickly to meet business not their own timetables, spending months and use developing system to high standard or is fruitless if over time requirement change beyond the recognition. Software development must serve its customer. Simple value for money system that work are better than expensive and complex one delivered late, over budget, and that are difficult to maintain. The advantage of RAD. There are 5 advantages of RAD that I highlight here, which is fast adjustment. Things are often changed as the development process goes on. Already give a framework where this midstream adjustment are actually encouraged and made quickly during development. The second one is fewer errors. Because of already utilize a repository of components for reuse, there are often fewer errors in the code, which usually make the testing time shorter as well. The final product will already be tested and have fewer defects than other methods. The third one is lower development cost. R&D may require more money spent on talented developers. However, by shortening the development time, this cost may work out to be the same. The big cost advantage of R&D is that we never have to rerun the project again from the beginning if the customers want to one major change, leading to less cost overrun, lower maintenance cost. Once this application is released using RID, maintenance is generally quick and painless. With traditional model, any fix requires significant planning, testing, and staffing. And the last one is better risk control. With RAD, we can focus more on risk factor early in the process and continue to discuss them as development goes on. Um, these risks may also be revealed themselves during development and can be addressed immediately. In other model, risks are put on hold until the final version appears, which set we up for many risks we did not consider in the beginning. In the slide right now, there are table we can see is the phase of RAD that will be utilized in this application. The first one is requirement planning. Um, Requirement planning is to know the need of building this application among student and landlord. The qualitative survey questionnaires will be conducted with open-end question to engage with them through survey question. According to the Seto in 2021, open-ended question as opposed to closed-ended question um, will generate deeper, more meaningful conversation between two individuals or more. Open-ended questions show that the questioner is interested in hearing the answer of the person being questioned. A set of questionnaire will provide to construct the interview to the stakeholder or well-known as a landlord. The questions are chosen to allow respondents to include their information, feeling about how hard to advertise the rental house, and their term to the student who want to rent there. The prepare questionnaires will be conducted using WhatsApp Messenger platform to make it easier to refer if the developer to refer to them again if they don't understand and confused about the project requirement. Then this phase include problem statement faced by student and landlord. Pre study we collect the data. They collect the data by reading the article, web page, journal, and the existing thesis. To get more detail about project requirement, discussion with supervisor is conducted to determine the project title. The deliverable of phase one is interview data and list of system requirement. If we move to the second phase, which is design. This phase involving stakeholder, which the mobile application prototype will be created to give a clear picture about the system that will be built. All the data generated in the phase one was included into the process, including the needed input and expected output. This is an iterative procedure which allows the stakeholder to adjust and make iteration immediately to the model until the requirement are met. The third phase is epic construction. This phase will determine the software and hardware to develop this mobile application. Mm, After change were identified through iterative design phase and agreed with the order, this step is converting design into computing language through Android Studio. Android Studio that I will explain later on the next slide. And then we in this rapid application construction, there will be also system testing. This phase is testing phase that stakeholder can test the application and they can make the iteration, make new suggestion and find the bug because the involvement of stakeholder in every phase is important. The output or deliverable of this phase is expect the satisfying of user expectation and meet the objective of the project. And the last phase of R&D is cut over. Uh, this is the final phase where the product can be launched. Although the product has been launching, the survey question consists of 10 questions still provided to get the feedback after using the mobile application from 20 users and another 5 questions from 3 stakeholders to know whether they are satisfied with the application or not. The questionnaire contain 4 criteria, which is functionality, usability, content, and reliability. The product will be improving after getting the feedback later. As I mentioned earlier, in the phase 3 in R&D, there will be the determination of software and hardware. As you can see in the slide now, right now, there are list of software that I use to this. I plan to use in developing this application. The first one is Android Studio. As we know, Android Studio is to develop the mobile application. Phone emulator is built in the Android Studio is to run and test the application using within the application without the extension of testing using the mobile phone. And then the last one is Firebase. The Firebase, as we know, its function is to store and manage the database. So Firebase is a crucial software for me to build this application to store the information of rental house and keeping the record of between landlord and the student. Then the hardware is personal computer and the smartphone. The CPU or central processing unit is Intel Core i5 and RAM 12 GB, storage 1 TB HDD with 128 SSD, and the operating system Windows 8 that I think is suitable for me to successfully build this application. And then the smartphone. This smartphone, the function of the smartphone is to run the project using the smartphone if I don't want to use the emulator built in the Android Studio. The model of smartphone is I use the Samsung A30s, and then the processing unit or CPU is octa-core, uh, 2 times 1.8 GHz Cortex A73, with the RAM is 4 GB. After that, the storage in this smartphone is 64 GB, and the operating system or OS is Android 10, and I think it is suitable for me to build this application with Android 10. For the conclusion, the mobile application that are built to meet the demand are both the end user, which are students. This application also built to assist the UPKNR to manage the list of rental house. This application also allow the stakeholder to promote their rental house, to expand their businesses to wider range of students through this application, since online businesses are approachable and help students to find the rental house around your ATM more quickly. Since the application are not taken a lot of time to adapt, the student and stakeholder need to log in to get full access of this application, and the UPKNR act as an admin to manage the application. By doing that, the student can easily locate the rental house and see the detail of rental house, such as time taken for student to arrive at the campus, from rental house, price, rating, condition of the house, and the recommended numbers of house members that suitable for them to live in, and they can check the availability status. This application provide list of rental house that stakeholder can input the information, and then the student can display it automatically. This application solve the problem of promoting the rental house and the difficulty of student to find the house. I think that's all from me. Thank you.